Podcast.
That one is not in
English. No, that's the Polish one because that's what
Nice.
CD Projekt Red's from. Yeah, I've got a lot of random Witcher shit.
Very nice.
Anyway, yeah, this is a podcast. This is the You Talk Too Much podcast, number 32. I want to say probably, maybe, potentially. Let's see.
Don't mind.
Yeah.
Just confirming quickly.
Yeah. Oh, that's
Blink.
the sultry tones you hear. Me, Lachlan, and
Me, Ostini, Matthew from Foreplay.
yeah, the greatest channel, second only to mine.
Yeah. And that's actually, you can check Wikipedia for that too. That's legitimate.
Yeah, and you know something else about my channel is that we're also the most humble.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, number 32. We're up to.
We even have a humble award.
Yeah.
We beat numerous people for it.
Our speech was very selfish.
Vilified. Vilified.
Made us look really good. Yeah. So what's going on?
The humble awards.
Yeah.
That'd
How's
be amazing. Well, like everybody would go up there and just decline to say anything.
It's like, no, thank you. I don't deserve this. Please. And like, no, you won the humble award. Like, I know, but I don't deserve it.
We're all equal winners. And then, like, the show would be over in like 5 minutes.
Everyone goes, no, thank you, please. It's just like a bunch of people like trying to thank everyone else. Like, don't thank me. No, really, like, the most humble person here is clearly, Steve. And Steve goes, no, please. The most humble person is, Jessica. So we haven't heard from you on the podcast since the 6th of August, 2016.
Wow, that's actually my birthday.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit, they're coming on your birthday.
Yeah. It's like,
Go figure. There you go. That was my birthday gift to you.
Happy me.
I feel like that probably happened. I was like, hey, it came out. You're like,
I'm
my birthday
sure we
today. I was
went
like,
over it when it happened.
Yeah, probably. Still.
Something that you brought up that you were kind of interested in talking about was people with entitlements on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah.
I specifically wanted to do a podcast because recently I've just come across a lot of, how to put this politely, stupid shit.
Conceited, arrogant people. Yeah.
Really conceited and arrogant people. So a friend of mine from M3 Gaming, who was on the last podcast actually, he contacted a YouTube channel that's just sort of like started to rise up a little bit. They got about 100 subscribers now. I'm not going to mention them because I don't want, like, on the off chance that this
drag
podcast...
them through the mud, fuck them.
On the off chance that this podcast just goes, like, super famous or something because we're talking about, like, YouTube drama and that's what happens.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't, like, mobs of people like, fuck these guys and go to the channel and ruin it.
The people involved will know who they are.
Yeah, and if anyone wants to ask me, just ask me. I'll tell you. Fuck, I don't give a shit. I just don't want to broadcast it to the world.
Someone's named Vanilla. That's amazing. It's like a little Skype notification popped up for a person
I have no idea
named
who that
Vanilla.
is. Someone that I, needed to Skype for voice acting stuff, changed their name, but someone else did it at the same time, so I have no idea who's who anymore.
Because I hate that because on Discord and my in-game name is the Vanilla Thriller.
Oh.
And so I was like, is that me? Am I signing into Skype?
What?
Yeah. No, let's go on, sorry.
Yeah, so he just, like, they're a gaming channel, just like M3 Gaming. They're both, still easy channels to work together with. Like, he just asked them for a collaboration. He just messaged him like, hey man, I see you guys are on the rise as another gaming channel. Do you guys want to collaborate and, like, build each other up?
Yep.
This is the message they sent back. Hi, M3 Gaming. The concept sounds really cool, but I'm not sure it's going to work with... I need to think of a fake name for these guys. Steve's Emporium. The issue we face is that we just don't represent one single person or even single idea. Steve's Emporium represents a brand and a community. What this means is that we have to be extra careful about what we project, especially through social media and YouTube. At the end of the day, we're all about building communities around Australia and connecting gamers. The YouTube element is just a way to encourage and build out communities. It's for this reason that we initially proposed adding your awesome content to our channel as a way to encourage the place in Australia community that they too can create content and also help send subs your way. I think this is the best way that we can help each other out. We get passionate community members who encourage others with their content, and you get extra coverage and more subs. But really, we need to keep it on our channel so we have a measure of control, given that we are ultimately accountable to the community. Does that make sense? So if you're keen to work together, we are totally down with that and would love to get some of your content on our channel regularly, and to be sure to direct people to your channel and make it clear that they should sub you. we can't allow others to use our logo and brand name on their own channel because then there is no way we can filter it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really so far up their own arse.
So, yeah. First, there's a few things I want to address about it. There's a lot of, like, hypocrisy in there, for one. There's a lot of just, like, self-righteous arrogance, undeserved arrogance in there.
Yeah, I mean...
And there's a lot of just misunderstanding of what, like, M3 Gaming was asking.
Have they ever collaborated with anybody? Have they ever been on YouTube and understood what a collaboration is?
No, so basically after my friend sent me this, he's like, hey, is this weird to you? I'm like, fuck yes, it's weird. We talked for like 3 hours. Like, he called me up, we just bitched, essentially, about this problem. And I was like, I don't know a podcast about this, but I already talked to you recently, so I might have to pick someone else and get their opinion on it, because they were very... What's a nice way to say it? M3 Gaming was a lot more...
controlled?
Less controlled, I guess.
Oh,
like,
right.
So it was a bit more unhinged. Like, we need to approach this differently. I want to get someone else's opinion on it. So yeah, something I really noticed about it is like, M3 Gaming just asked for a collaboration. Whereas these guys are like, look, we won't want to collaborate, but you can work for us.
Yeah,
whereas the collaboration is working with other people. And it's just, this whole thing rubs me the wrong way, but I want to get your opinion, because you are a collaborator. You're a channel is like
universe,
a brand. Okay, how do they describe it? They described it as
a community.
A community. Like you guys are, the 5 of you are like making content for the one channel, which is the same as these guys.
I completely disagree. That sounded like just a huge wank fest of exactly as you said before. You make content for us, and we'll reward you with a one-line text in the description at the bottom of the page.
Yeah.
Of saying, hey, this is where the original... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like...
It's like, hey, if you like him, check him out. But also check us out. We're up here at the big letters.
That's terrible. I mean, I'm going to assume the original collaboration was to do like I'm just going to dumb it down and say it was a let's play together, or
pretty much
we're going to play a
game. It's almost exactly that. Like, just, hey, do you want to play, like, I think they both had Steep at the time, or Overcooked. Like, hey, you just want to play one of those games that people collaborate on.
Yeah, come in, let's talk, let's have some fun, get some bants, and we'll release a gameplay video.
Yeah, release one for each channel. And they go, no, you can work for us. And we'll maybe send subs your way, which basically is like, that's proven to just not work, right?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%. I don't get what gives them that power of authority. Like, if they're on... I don't want to put anyone down and say that's not many subscribers, but I mean, the reality is you're not a conglomerate.
Yeah.
You're like, not a massive channel that has that influence on people. Yeah.
They don't have influence. In fact, like, in my research, they barely have a community of, like, engaged people. They got a couple, but typically, like, the comment sections are started by them. And it's a bit... I don't know, it doesn't seem like a community. It just seems like almost like a pyramid. Yeah. Like there are some other people that have obviously agreed to this, because there's other videos on the channel that are like very different to like the main guys that are on there. So obviously people will be like, yeah, I'll work for you guys, and hopefully you'll send some subscribers my way. And maybe it worked, maybe it didn't. But like, I think they have this idea that they're a big business. You know, they're a conglomerate, like you said, and it's just like skewed their view of like what working with people really is.
I'm kind of thinking I just worked out who it is, but I'm obviously not going to say anything.
It's not them.
No, this is not, like, I don't think I would have ever talked to you about them.
Oh, okay, maybe it is then.
Yeah, but if it's people, I think it's a group of people releasing content under one, like, their banner.
Pretty much.
And I'm going to say they're local here.
No.
Oh, okay, well, it's not who I'm thinking. Yeah.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I was on a limb there. But yeah, anyway, if that I will mention you and I'll send subscribers your way works if you like PewDiePie.
Yeah,
where he has a very engaged community, and what he says is he's not an idiot. He's saying this person over here because they have skill and talent.
Actually, yeah, it's not even if you're massive. It's just like if you have an engaged community that like respects your opinion.
Yeah, credentials.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have absolutely gone off handle about that. But I mean, how do you respond to something like that? Because if you say, no, you're a dickhead, you look just as kind of conceited type thing.
I don't know. I think there is a point with like people that are as conceited as this, like this kind of like unapologetic like ego. there's a point where you just have to like tell them. You're like, hey, you guys are like, you don't understand what you're doing. Like, this is a bad attitude to have.
Yeah.
Like, there's not many bad attitudes to have in like business or on
right.
YouTube, but it's just not a good way to deal with people.
Well, it's hypocritical of they're saying they're building a community, but then all of a sudden it's not so much about a group of people with similar interests. It's about, hey, our interest, and you can suck it up. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a community. It's more of just again, like just a pyramid.
Yeah,
like, they're on the top.
100%. Yeah,
and it's just like, yeah, even like the idea of them saying like, look, we're a community, but we don't want to work with other people.
Yeah.
It doesn't make... It's very counterintuitive and kind of just hypocritical. It sounds like that one's just an excuse, like they just don't want to work with M3 Gaming. Maybe that's what it was.
It could be as simple
like,
as that.
Trying to come with a bunch of reasons to be like, look, no, we don't want to because of whatever reason. But
it's one of those things where if that's the case, it's better honesty's integrity. Just say, hey, sorry, we're not on the same wavelength, or we're not...
I'm not really interested in working on your content. Like,
I have nothing personal against you. It's just you're not my
I do that
content,
occasionally.
my style.
Like, I do that. I've almost perfected it without trying to sound like a dick. You know, people were like, "Hey, do you want to go?" I was like, "Yeah, I would," but vlogging content's just not really my thing.
Yeah,
like, I'm just not good at it. I don't enjoy it, so I won't get anything out of this, and you probably won't either, because it'll just make your video look bad. Yeah, because I'm not interested in it.
It's just that's disgusting, really.
Yeah, it's a horrible.
Because we've had a similar instance come up in another group we're in recently, like just last week with the someone.
That was the other one I was going to talk to you about, actually.
Yeah, and anyway, if I do a bad job explaining what the situation was, please jump in and save me while I sink. But basically, there's a channel and someone else who's a significantly larger channel relative to them put a comment on basically identifying that the title of their own video was inappropriate.
Yeah.
So they've just made their own opinion on someone else's creative content and expressed it, which is fine on the internet. But then it wasn't really a snowball. It just amplified itself by this person. So the channel responded to them as best they could, trying to diffuse the situation or just ignore it completely type thing. And that's promoted the original commenter to come back and say something in the effect of...
I've got it right here. I can read it out.
Yeah, please do that. Yeah, I'm sinking.
Yeah, so like the commenter said, like, this video has an inappropriate title. The channel, the video owner responded with like, does it? And then someone else said, didn't even notice. Like they didn't care. Like clearly, like, oh yeah, it's called Porncast. Of course it's inappropriate. And then the first commenter responds with, "You're welcome. If I hadn't have commented on this video, then no one else would have. My intention was to be the first comment and to encourage others to do the same. Please be sure to mention me in one of your videos. After all, I'm the most popular out of all of you."
Now that's taken, at least in the last example we just ran through with your friend's channel, the response was kind of within limits of how you would respond. Yeah,
like they had a skewed view of themselves, but it wasn't like, look, we're not going to work with you because we're better. This other guy's like, look, I'm better. Listen.
Yeah. I mean, and we should outline, this really doesn't affect it, but he's coming from a point of view where this channel has 200-ish subs, let's say, and the channel commenting has 25,000 subs.
Yeah. It was either 25 or 250, one of the two.
Yeah, it was a significant amount, but still absolutely no authority to jump in on someone else's creative content.
Yeah, not at all.
And essentially take ownership for anything positive that comes out of that.
It's just a horrible view to have. Like, I guess the whole point of this podcast now is just to be talking about like that. There's pockets of YouTube. A lot of like people on YouTube just have this really disgusting outlook. Like the one that I just personally like, I find it just horrible. Whereas those people just have this massive ego and they're so into themselves that they don't realize that no one else is on board.
Yeah, 100%.
You know? And like, both of these channels have that to different degrees and for different reasons. Like, one of them clearly wants to be massive. Like, they think they're already enormous and they want to have this brand and this community and this company, really. They just don't have it yet. They're just kind of acting like they do, which is no crime.
I mean, it's a legitimate strategy to making... If you want to show clout, so long as your product matches your clout, go for it. Yeah. Be arrogant about it. But understand that there's a limit that your arrogance will carry you in life.
Yeah. Like,
Whereas, yeah.
you can be arrogant and you can take the hand when it's offered. Like, someone says, hey, I want to collaborate with you. You go, that sounds like a good opportunity to, like, you know, meet some new people in this community that I want to build.
Yeah, I'm building a community. Yeah, yeah.
And then you go, no. I mean, they didn't even say no, really. They didn't say no. They said yes, but.
It was conditional, and the conditions were it was like, here's 99% stake that we take, you can take 1%.
Yeah.
Chance of getting anything out of it.
You can work for us instead of with us if you want. And then the other guy, like, he is big. He has, like, a large audience comparatively to the rest of us. And even then, like, he still doesn't. He has, like, a level of arrogance that still seems undeserved.
Oh, 100%. And my biggest issue with it, I mean, we're grown-ups, and in the real world there's assholes, and sadly assholes only ever breed with assholes, so you're never going to get rid of that vein of assholes.
Yeah.
But my biggest issue was he's gone out of his way to critique someone else's creative vision, like their content, which happens on the internet, but he's done it in a way that isn't helpful. Like, it wasn't a critique of, hey, this is where some improvements could be, maybe try that. It was a critique of, you're doing this wrong because of my opinion, and my opinion's more valid than yours because I'm
my
bigger. Size. Yeah. Like, it, at no point was it ever going to be some kind of to and fro of feedback.
Yeah, it was never going to evolve into a discussion. Even from the initial, like, just the first response. Like, he says, inappropriate title. They say, yeah, it's got an inappropriate title. Like even asking a question like, should it be less inappropriate? And he doesn't, like, respond to them. He responds to the next comment that says, like, I didn't even notice it was inappropriate. He didn't, like, there was no discussion ever in that conversation. There was almost a discussion when, like, the content creator responded to the comment. And they're like, yeah, does it have an inappropriate title? What do you think? Like, elaborate.
Yeah.
And then he just didn't.
It was basically, for some reason, in the one comment that you've done, my point's been proven. I've been validated.
Yeah.
And now you need to give me remuneration.
Yeah.
Because I've added your one comment to the thing. So remunerate me. It's just terrible. And this is a really toxic culture of YouTube. And are you a member of the Australian YouTubers page? Mm-hmm. I see that constantly flowing through that.
There's a lot of people on there. Like, people that ask for advice. And then, like, the massive channels will answer the advice, but they won't do it, like, in a necessarily helpful way, or at least in a way that's not super condescending. And it just, like, makes me mad. Like, I could help, but it's not, like, they've already answered the question, so there's no need to help. But I could help in, like, a nicer way. Yeah.
There's a real entitlement in there as well, because the bigger channels, they'll stay quiet and they will never jump in and help. Like, if a small channel comes and goes, hey, I have a cool concept, would someone be interested in coming? They'll look at, you have an eighth of the subs I have zero interest in helping you.
Yeah.
But as soon as an opportunity comes along where it's like, hey, we're just looking for, let's just use gaming, we're looking for a gaming channel to maybe do something like this, the massive channels appear from nowhere and they're all like, I have 250,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
I will do it.
Like, I will do it.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what you say, it's mine.
Yeah.
And all the small channels go,
there's never a look
shit.
in for anybody else.
Yeah. To be fair, like, that, from a marketing perspective, it makes a lot more sense to
100%.
go with the biggest people.
If they're selling if they're trying to sell a product.
Especially if the bigger channels are trying to sell their brand. I hate the word brand on YouTube. It's just so, like, annoying. Like,
you're not a brand, you're a human.
I replaced the word brand with, like, creative identity, because that's what it is.
Well,
you're not making a brand.
Yeah.
You're not a business. We're all way too small for that. Like, every single person I've interacted with on YouTube is still too small to have a brand. Maybe just one, but I interact with them because I bought a green screen off them. I didn't, like, they're not my friend.
But it's a really toxic culture, and I shouldn't paint everyone with the same brush, but there's a lot of fantastic people out there, and I've had the pleasure of meeting, like, I've met you through YouTube, buddy. And I've met all of your connections, like, and all of my
all
other
of the
friends.
other Canberra YouTubers.
Yeah, all amazing people. YouTubers. But on the other side of that, and there's probably a reason why I haven't met the bigger channels, because they're not interested in doing that.
Yeah.
Like reaching out, I guess.
Yeah, they don't need the help of the smaller channels unless they're trying to branch out into, like, they're
like a niche market.
yeah, like if they're a vlog channel, they want to do some gaming, they'll work with basically any game, which is just to get their name out there. Really,
I should retract that saying. It makes me sound condescending, like I'm desperate for that attention. But no, it's something I've noticed in that particular Facebook group.
Yeah, the groups themselves are pretty toxic, like as is. But yeah, something else I've noticed, like, you know, a lot of these, the arrogance of content creators, it always comes up because no one ever corrects them. Like, no one ever tells them, like, hey, you're going about this, like, people aren't going to like you by the end of this if you keep going down this path. Like, even the collaboration response.
Yeah.
He asked me how to respond to it. I was like, just confront them on it. Tell them that it's not a good way to, like, you know, make friends. And he goes, nah. It's like, you won't stop the problem then. Like, this is my problem with this whole thing. From that. Is no one, like, the reason all these arrogant people exist is because no one's ever corrected them. No one's ever said no. And it just adds to the problem. It's like, even the small channels that want to work with the bigger channels, the big channel can be just a massive dick bag to them. Oh, absolutely. Because they're bigger.
It's a game of numbers.
They'll just let them do it. It's like, it's not right. It's just no one confronts anyone on anything. And
I think this is this might be unpopular, but I think this is something that stemmed from vlogging channels. Like, if I was a vlogger and I went to a bigger vlogger and asked for help and they did something, like made a remark like that, and then I attack them back, next thing I know, I'm on their channel. I'm being vlogged about. Yeah. Hey, look at this small dickhead.
Yeah, look at this idiot. He thinks he's better than me.
And all of a sudden, that's snowballed, and also I'm being grieved because of that, because I've responded and shut it down. Yeah. And maybe that's what it is, just because it's a game of numbers. If you have more eggs in this basket than I do, your opinion's worth less.
Yeah. But yeah, it seems to happen. Like, if you just have more people watching, you control what the story is.
Yeah, and it's sad. I mean, well, fuck, look at elections.
Yeah, that's the way of the world, though.
The mainstream media, if it takes hold of the story, that's what general population sees. Yeah. But I mean, it doesn't excuse it. There's nothing you can say or do that excuses a response like in those two instances. Yeah. Like, that's way out of line, and it's unfortunate that, I don't know what the resolution was in both those situations, but hopefully it fizzled out.
That's my problem, is it does just fizzle out, and these people keep going on to keep being arrogant. And like, half the people we've talked about specifically, these problems, I think they're still small enough to be confronted.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, just no one ever says anything because they can't. Because, like, they feel like they shouldn't.
I mean, maybe people get afraid when people use that word brand, that they think they're coming up against a company when it's still just a human there. Yeah. And if you attack a human, they're going to have feelings like everybody else. But I mean, if they're putting themselves up on a pedestal of we're a conglomerate that's invulnerable to whatever you say, all of a sudden you think, well, I don't want to attack Coca-Cola.
Yeah. It's like, Jesus. Yeah. Like, I don't want to, like, that's too much effort, too much trouble. It'll just ruin me. Like,
it's a sad state of affairs.
I think at the end of the day, it might be just worth to take the risk at this point. This culture is, I don't know if you've noticed, like, it's been getting bigger. It's like,
100%.
I guess, asshole culture is an easy way to say it. Like, YouTube is just being more and more filled with these people that just think they're above everyone else. It's not even YouTube. I think it's like just most of society, like the millennial kind of society.
It's just the social media platform in general.
Yeah, people on social media just think they're just way better than everyone else. Because it's just getting out of hand.
You're for doing absolutely nothing, you're giving this pedestal where you can project your opinion to thousands of people, and you haven't earned that opportunity to do that. Just that's my entitlement, so I'll do it.
And it's like, there's nothing necessarily, like, that's the whole basis of YouTube. It's just to give everyone a voice. But sometimes people just need to shut up a little bit. Yeah. Like, stop talking one sentence earlier. Yeah. Like, I think it's possible to have that pedestal and to just be a little reserved. Like, you don't have to have this person be like, look at me up on my pedestal, I'm better than all of you that are all on the same pedestals. Mine's slightly higher. Yeah. You know, it's like, you're unique just like everyone else.
I think everyone needs a filter, and I mean, in some of the stuff I write and create, I'll do it and then I'll immediately think, maybe this is offensive to someone. Like, should I be putting this out, or should I filter this in a way? Yeah. But I mean, in most cases I don't bother, because I don't care. But
yeah, like edgy jokes.
At least that filter is there, whereas
Yeah.
these people don't have that capacity to filter themselves.
Or at least that's the feeling they give off. They just
Yeah.
don't have that filter anywhere.
Hmm.
It's a big old problem, but it's like it's kind of like a not problem. It's like I don't think either of us have dealt with it directly.
No,
I think we've just been like even like
just exposed.
yeah, just
to
exposed to
it.
it, which is I think is more annoying because we can watch and we can't do anything about it. Like I can't message these people about the collaboration and be like, you guys are idiots. Like you're not doing this right because I have no basis to say that. The other person that contacted them easily can. I cannot.
In the case of your friend, it would be quite disheartening too, because he or she's put themselves out on a ledge to say, hey, I'm going to make myself vulnerable and I'm going to ask if you're interested in helping out and vice versa. So they've made themselves vulnerable, but then someone's come along and gone, no,
Like,
fuck you.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Not
Which
even sorry.
is disheartening of sorts.
Yeah. I get it. It's kind of like, facing, it's just like facing rejection, really. It's exactly that.
But I mean, I wonder whether these people act the same in real life. Like if that was a face-to-face confrontation, if I was like talking to you and you were them and gave me that bullshit spiel, my face would visibly say, you're a dickhead.
Yeah, but then
and
you
they'd
wouldn't
pick up on that cue.
But then, like, I feel like they wouldn't say that in person.
Absolutely,
In person, they'd be like, I mean, yeah, I'd be fine to work with you. And then, as soon as they start messaging each other again, it's like, look, work with, I meant work for.
Yeah, there is a lot of security and it's not I can't say anonymity.
Anonymity.
Thank you. Yeah, that's not what it is, but there is a security to being able to do it electronically.
Yeah,
because you're not.
There's that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the anonymity just like helps.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can say anything.
So maybe all of these collaborations should be done via Skype on webcam.
Yeah.
So it's face to face.
It should always be in person.
Yeah, I mean that's fuck. Let's get an app in there.
Yeah, why not?
Collaborations via face. So if you're going to be a dickhead, you can be.
Let's call it never get rejected. Instead of matching people and getting like their, Twitter, you just get their Skype and you have to immediately call them face to face. You're like, shit, I'm on the toilet.
It's nice. It gets nerds over social issues, social anxiety.
Look, it would help.
It triggers social anxiety.
Yeah, it would either ruin everyone or help everyone, or ruin everyone at first and then gradually help.
So, like, going off topic, I had a great, terrible idea for a business empire that I think is just terrible enough to be incredibly successful.
Okay, I'm listening.
Its premise is taking the sweat of the human body. The example I used was the genital region because that was the most disgusting sweat I could think of.
Lovely.
Like that scent. And so everybody has their own unique scent, and then the company would basically match that scent with an opposite to make it a nice fragrance. So specific, tailor-made fragrances for someone's scent.
That's awesome.
And I was like, that's an amazing, terrible idea.
It's so niche and specific, but it would absolutely work.
Yeah.
Like, if you did it the right way, that would work. And someone's just stolen it.
Because I don't know, it was like, oh God, my body always smells of, like, decaying fish or something. And they're like, hey, you know what goes really good with that? Like a sunflower. And then you're like, hey, I actually smell like a lovely decaying fish.
And decaying fish. It's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know.
What would you call the company?
I hadn't got that far. I mean, let's spitball there.
Instead of like B-O, it's like B-U.
That's perfect. Why even go any further?
B-U.
Oh, yep. I'll be aggressively scanning Kickstarter now.
All right,
looking
cool.
for these things coming up.
It's like slightly different names. Like B-U or self. Like, good enough.
But yeah, terrible business idea.
That's a great, terrible business idea. It's amazing. I was going to bring up something ages ago. I completely forgot about it. Oh, vloggers. You were talking about vloggers ages ago. Have you noticed a trend with vlogging?
Mm-hmm.
There's something I've noticed when people get into vlogging. I've seen it happen twice. I've seen it happen once, and I'm seeing it happen again with a friend of mine, and it's scaring me because it's too late to say anything. Well, it might not be because I just preached about saying something. When you see something, say something. Always the thing you should
we're
do.
out there now. Name and shame.
No, I can't. I'm not going to do it. I'll tell you later. I feel like it's naming and shaming is not a great idea to do on a platform like this. I'll talk to them privately. But yeah, something I noticed with vloggers is like they do get that sort of like that arrogance that builds, like that they get more into themselves the more vlogs they do, or like the more into vlogging they get. So like they'll start off and be like,
100%.
yeah, you know, it's just a thing that I do. It's, you know, a fun little vlog thing. I used to make like, I don't know, just like whatever kind of other content. Like, even now I'm kind of into vlogging. And then it sort of builds on that, and they go like, yeah, I don't want to be one of those classic vloggers that does all the challenge videos and stuff. And then they go, but... And the next week you hear them like, you know, sitting there like, they've got like a cutesy name for their fans, and they're doing all the challenge videos, and they do everything.
All of the cliches.
They keep talking about like analytics and views and subscriber counts and how to gain stuff. And it's like, where did the person that I knew go? You're just like a weird like just list of things I don't like now.
Vlogging, this will be unpopular. Vlogging is the laziest form of entertainment, because it's taking the most benign aspects of your life and thrusting it onto people's faces. And the people that watch vlogs are equally as bad.
Yeah.
So it's like they're doing the stuff that you could be doing in your life, but you'd rather sit on your ass and watch someone else experience it. That's cool. Well, yeah, cool.
That's kind of why I didn't play that. That's why I stopped playing The Sims.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because like you sit in the
Simulate
computer
your own
watching a
life.
guy work out for 2 hours, and you're like, I could be working out right now.
Look at how much he achieved in 2 hours. Yeah, his muscles. Oh, if only it was that easy.
Oh man, it is that
God.
easy. Shit. It's gonna turn off the computer and turn around.
But vlogging is just... Maybe that's my personal opinion. I don't like. Maybe there is something entertaining about it. I just don't
Yeah, like
connect
there's
with.
got to be a reason.
But
so many people love it.
It is shallow because it's about projecting. The ego you're building is your own.
Yeah.
Yeah, like in Machinima, for example, that we're doing. Sorry, you're building these hypothetical characters, and it has nothing to do with you personally.
Yeah, like it can reflect on you and be like, that was a good show. You're like, yeah, I'm getting better at this. I'm happy with this. Like you can be proud of the product. I'm not sure vloggers are necessarily proud of the product, at least not in the same way that like filmmakers and machinimators are, like animators in general.
What do they look at and say, I'm happy with that I made a witty joke, or I look good?
Yeah, like I'm happy that I filmed a vlog today. I'm happy that I told this story that's kind of boring, but I made it better because it's a vlog.
Yeah, and it's just, if anyone comments or anyone likes it, that's just ratifying you.
Yeah, it's just like
the
egging them
person.
on.
Yeah, absolutely. It just builds your confidence.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing, but to the point that you start to morph, as you're saying, from somebody that you were into something that is only a persona.
Yeah.
It's no longer a representation of you as a person.
The vlog personality actually like takes over you as a person instead of the other way around.
I've been lucky enough, I haven't really been immersed in that culture, like going out into the public with my family and seeing people like walking around loudly displaying their life.
Anyway, guys!
Yeah, like that would turn me off because I'm a bit left wing in that sense, that when I'm out in public, I want my space.
Yeah,
and I don't want somebody to stand in front of me like with camera on me talking about their amazing life, and I'm just like this muppet in the background of their life. Like I'm this sad figure that inhabits their world.
Like I have no problem with it necessarily when it's like the YouTube meetups. If someone brings a camera out there, that makes enough sense.
That's specific for that.
It's a group of media people getting together. If you're like, I don't know, I feel like if another friend of mine became a vlogger, and they just like got really into it, they'd like come over, like someone that I regularly hang out with. I've been lucky enough that the other people that I like turned into that vlogger person, I didn't regularly hang out with. I just was exposed to it a lot through social media. There's someone I hung out with a lot. Like, came over, like, I heard them like walking up the driveway, and like they got the camera. Like, today I'm gonna go see my friend Lachlan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fucking, just enjoy life.
Yeah.
Just by yourself. It's easy.
I've called you around to talk to you. I don't want to be a part of your show.
Yeah, I don't want to talk to everyone.
Yeah.
It'd be so difficult to have like any meaningful moment with
absolutely.
that person, or even like as a vlogger, it'd be hard to have a meaningful moment with whoever you're talking to.
Because it's just, it's about a persona, and obviously I don't know any of your situation, but are you kind of thinking that persona's taking over who they are, or it's just they've given into things that they've changed?
It's a bit of both, really. Like they've changed who they were, but they've also like given into that persona and then like doubled down on their ego. So like as an example, there's someone that used to film like a lot of community stuff. They'd be out and like involved with our community, and they were vlogging. It was fine when it started out because it was just like regular, like literally like daily journal type vlogging instead of like everything else. And they'd go to like say the Cambridge YouTube meetup, for example. I'm just kind of changing around a few keywords to protect them. They go like the Canberra YouTube meetup, and they have a whole vlog dedicated to the meetup. It'd be great. It'd be like about this whole community, introducing everyone, showing off everyone, and how great we all are as buddies.
Yep.
And then like, cut to 2 months later, there's like the next meetup, and the vlog for that day is about like, you know, them going to work and catching the bus.
Yeah, right.
And then there's like, you know, 10 seconds or so of the meetup.
And
then them going to sleep.
Yeah.
And it was like, when did this vlog become about just you? Like, it was initially about like living your life and like interacting with other people. Now it's like about you, and we're not seeing the interaction, we're just seeing your side of everything. It's very tough to see you as a person.
And it's frustrating because everybody's entitled to their own creative content.
Identity.
Yeah, thank you, identity. But there has to be a separation between that, your creative identity, and who you are as a person. And vlogging is about the person, not the identity. Well, in most cases. I mean, some of the biggest vloggers are just, I have this persona and I'm loud and proud and fuck you.
Yeah, it's not...
Yeah.
Their persona is just like an exaggerated version of themselves.
Yeah, the gay version.
Yeah.
The hyper gay version.
The campier version of them.
Campy, sorry. Gay's not the right word. It's campy version.
Yeah. And then there's... I think some people see that method and they try and replicate it, and what really just ends up happening is they just become like just a more annoying version of themselves off camera.
Yeah.
Like, they don't stop. They see that vlogging persona and be like, okay, this person is always happy, always excited. And then the famous people turn off the camera and they go back to being like living a normal life.
Yeah. Like Robin Williams, happiest person in film.
Yeah.
Severely depressed.
Yeah.
Who would have thunk? Yeah.
That could be like most of the famous vloggers.
100%.
But then like the vloggers at like our level, like lower down, see the famous people like, that's awesome. I'm gonna be like that.
I need that
big and amazing and have, you know, always happy emotions, and then maybe it also even taxes on them, like in the same way that it probably would with big vloggers, I imagine, because like there's no way you can be that happy all the time.
100%.
You have to have feelings and be
you're a person,
3D real well-rounded person. But then like these vloggers, the small vloggers, typically, this isn't the case with everyone, but they don't stop that persona. They just kind of keep it going, and they ignore all the issues that they're having, and they just kind of, they know that like as long as they're acting happy, they'll be happy.
Yeah, I'm veiled in happiness.
Yeah, and you just see their their personality sort of like get slowly chiseled down from this like well-rounded person into just this one caricature of who they used to be. You know, I don't know. Vlogging,
it's terrible.
This is all about, like, this is the bad side of vlogging. I'm sure there's a lot of vloggers like enjoy what they do and they just like sharing their life, and that's fine. This is like those cases. The vloggers that just like, they're not, I guess, I'm not really want to talk, I don't do vlogging, but like, it's like they're not doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, they're missing a fundamental part of vlogging, which is leaving the persona at the camera. And I guess maybe it just takes like a while doing vlogging to get used to.
Because I mean, it's like a really lame version of method acting. Like, you know, when you hear of the method actors who just fully commit, and then it takes 8 months after filming for them to just peel that back and come back to reality because they've been so invested in it. Yeah,
maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's just like method acting. They just get super invested in this persona they've created, it's just like a caricature of themselves. And then if they don't really stop vlogging, because like vlogging is typically daily.
Oh, it's constant.
I'd say, at least weekly. It's constant. They don't really stop, so they never really fall out of that the character they're playing.
And maybe I mean, I don't want to pay people who's having issues, but there could be something in their life that's going wrong, and they need an escape. And all of a sudden, when they're being gratified on social media for this other them, then that's the them they want to project, as you said earlier.
Yeah.
Like that happened when World of Warcraft came. All the nerds who had like nothing going on in their life, all of a sudden they could go into this fantasy world, and they were the king.
Anyone.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah. They
were this amazing person, this polar opposite of who they were in real life.
Yeah. It's. I don't have I don't know any problem really with people, you know, I guess distracting themselves from problems in life. But
absolutely.
As long as the problem in life gets solved.
Yeah, it does.
Like
it
can't be a constant distraction.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
that's-
we can. It's easy for us to make comment from our pedestal of self-righteous belief.
Yeah, we're literally like, is this hypocritical? I don't know, because
But,
like,
I
we're
mean-
not necessarily saying like,
I don't think we're calling it. I think we're just identifying.
Well, it's like
Something
identifying a
that's happening.
problem
Yeah.
that we have noticed.
Yeah.
I feel like the people we were talking about before, they don't identify problems. They kind of
Yeah.
just live in their little box.
Mm.
Yeah, so I think maybe that's just the key to all of this. It's just like, if everyone on the YouTube community at least would stop living in a little box
Yeah, absolutely.
and just like notice what's around you, notice the problems around you, of these people that are going about things that just seem wrong and just confronting them on it. No, you're not telling them they're wrong, just saying like, hey, are you sure this is the best way to do this?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, you know,
You're absolutely. It all falls back to, as you said, some people every now and then just need a reality check.
yeah. I think maybe that's everything.
And this
whole
isn't out of
podcast.
vengeance. This is out of, if I don't check you now, you're going to get to a point where someone will actually murder you.
Yeah.
Because they really dislike what you said.
And in some cases, it's out of like concern for a friend.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
It could be anything, but like at the end of the day, as long as you are, I guess, vigilant. I don't know. Like, as long as you if you see this kind of problem with people, you talk to them. You just be like, hey.
And it's hard to confront friends.
It's very hard to
Yeah.
confront anyone, especially friends.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, but as long as, I don't know. I think, yeah, people just need reality checks.
Yeah.
There's got to be like reality check police or something.
Yeah. There we go. We've got the
We've got
polar
podcast-
opposite body
name.
odor and the reality check police.
All right, I'm just writing down the names for every title we have today in one spot. Reality check police.
I think that sums up everything I had to
Yeah.
say on that topic.
I don't really have anything left to talk
Nah.
about. We could do a hard-hitting question because it is
Yeah,
the podcast.
let's
Although
do
this
that.
whole fucking thing's been a hard-hitting
It
question.
was particularly deep. We were attempting to be philosophical, but
Yeah, like
it
we
was.
were. Yeah,
No, we were
weren't
trying to be
necessarily-
neutral, actually. Like, I felt whenever I was saying anything, I wanted to peel it back to like a very neutral kind of, hey, I'm not a dick and I'm not soft.
I kind of just wanted to get both sides. Like,
Mm.
I just want this problem to be known.
Yeah. Oh, 100%.
I'm raising awareness. Like all those shitty charities that don't do anything.
Yeah. We'll be busking soon.
Yes. Raising awareness for vloggers and arrogant content creators.
That's the next parody video. Saving vloggers.
I don't have any good hard-hitting questions. I have one. It's like, it's okay. It's not bad.
Okay, drop it on me.
All right, hard-hitting question. Mr. Matt Ostini,
Yes.
my rock,
True.
my one and only.
Yeah. Babe.
How did Little Mermaid have a daughter? Like, think about it. She only asked Ursula for legs. And, like, Ursula's a tricky evil witch, right? So she wouldn't... Like,
She wouldn't grant her the
she
gift
wouldn't-
of...
Yeah, she wouldn't give the Little Mermaid a vagina. So does she, like, have fish eggs? And just, like, laid a bunch of little baby, like, human babies?
That's a terrible ratio
Like,
that one survived.
Eric, like, splooge on a bunch of, like, fish eggs. Bunch of caviar.
I mean, wow, that's deep. You would have to assume that, yeah.
Because, like, in Little Mermaid 2, she has a daughter. It has people legs. It's a people. Until it turns into a mermaid. It's like the opposite story. It's so stupid.
I mean, yeah, I'd go out on a limb and say absolutely. She laid fish eggs.
Yeah.
Because she would not have human anatomy.
She didn't ask for it. She asked for legs.
Wow.
What did she ask? Wait, it depends what she specifically asked for.
Well, did she say human legs?
Does she say legs or does she say, like, I want to be like a person? If she says people, then yeah, she has people
Yeah.
parts. But I'm pretty sure she just asked for legs.
But I mean, Ursula could have just given her a mad schlong. Like she just like didn't define what type of person she was.
There's got to be some porn of that somewhere. Just like Little Mermaid with legs and just a dick longer
Just
than the legs she's got.
An enormous extra appendage. Yeah. No, I give in to that theory. She laid fish eggs. Like, yeah.
The new Disney
submit
theory.
myself fully to that, yeah. Wow. She was, in a bath, laid some eggs, and he came on and just had a sneaky little
It was very romantic.
rub in the tub.
It was very romantic.
Did she watch? Because that's her.
Yeah.
Because like in normal circumstances, you're both there. You got no choice.
Yeah. You
When
have
you're
to, but-
conceiving. Yeah.
So yeah, just to make it normal for him, she's like, I'll stay and watch. It's fine. And then you can sit on the eggs and incubate them, and it'll be fine. Like a seahorse. You get pregnant, right? And he goes, no.
Yeah.
The Little Mermaid 2 in cinemas now. No, it was in cinemas like fucking 10 years ago. Maybe more.
That's amazing.
So yeah, that thought occurred to me the other week for some reason.
Yeah,
I think I was listening to a Little Mermaid song. It's like, did she have a vagina? Because I'm weird.
Oh, it makes me think, what was she closest to? Like, a mermaid's not a fish, but like if we could put something real, she'd be closest to just like a generic fish, like a dolphin. Maybe?
Don't they say like? I think it's narwhals that are like the mermaid of the sea.
Right.
Like the whole theory is that pirates, like, been out in the water for ages, drinking like shitty seawater and stuff, going a little crazy. They see like a narwhal or something like, or a penguin like on like a rock and like, it's a pretty girl. It be pretty, lads.
Oh, look at that girl with an enormous tusk hanging out of its face.
Yeah. Is it a dugong? Sorry, not a narwhal. Either way.
Oh, a
I think it's the
dugong.
same thing.
Yeah, actually I have heard that.
Cows
Because they've kind of got that face like from distance, like a big Ray Romano nose happening. Yeah.
I want to see Ice Age where Ray Romano's a dugong. I'm not a mermaid. Go away.
That would... Okay, so they have a show... The Little Mermaid has a dugong vagina.
Okay, there you
basically.
go. However, a dugong reproduces.
But a dugong would reproduce
like
live pups because it's a mammal.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So she's
Question
just,
answered.
So
She's
the prince
went in
is
the
a
water.
sick, demented person.
Did he put his dick in her blowhole?
That really struck me from blowing hole.
Ricky Gervais has a bit. One of his stand-up comedy bits is about animals.
Oh yeah.
And he analyzes this book where someone, like a scientist, went out into the wild and tried to prove that animals aren't gay. And he has these, not pictures, illustrations that he got someone to do of like his proofs that animals were gay. And there's one image that he showed a crowd of like 10,000 people of a dolphin fucking another dolphin in the blowhole. It's just like, he does like 3 minutes. I was like, this is just a bad idea for sex. But yeah, I think I've got everything I want to talk about out of the way. What would you like to talk about? We've got like 10 minutes. Or none minutes. Either way.
Yeah, I am depleted now that I've had this profound life-changing moment, realise that the Little Mermaid has given birth to pups.
Yeah, and that, we can sound professional
when
we want to.
Would they be born as mermaids? Because she's not human.
Technically, yeah. Little Mermaid's daughter should have been a mermaid.
Yeah, you should have absolutely had a tail. So if anything, the spell in the second one has just reverted her back to being a normal, that's her life.
Yeah.
That's what she was. She was cured. She was disabled. She was born with legs, poor thing. She was meant to have a tail.
Can you imagine? The mermaids down in, what's it called? Atlantis, I think they live in. Yeah. They have a little kid has 2 legs, like, oh! What is it? It's got 2 little tails on it. It's disgusting. Let's eat it.
Yeah, okay, well, she should have
they're
been born with
horrifying
a tail.
sea creatures.
That's incredible.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a revelation, if there was one.
I'll quickly dive over any of my notes and see whether I have anything that's worth chatting about. I actually have nothing. I just have a series of like little ideas for crafting heroes.
Oh,
that's it.
Well, let's not share some of those here.
No, another.
In that case,
actually, I'd love to do a skit about if Xbox had the Microsoft paperclip. Like, if you're playing a game and you got killed and it popped up and said, "Hey, maybe next time try not dying." Control Z type thing.
I love it.
And like just popping up in random games, just dropping this witty smack talk like it used to on 95.
Just being a bit of a snarky dick.
Oh, I see you tried to click near the close button a few times. Did you mean quit? Like that type of just like that snarky.
I mean, Xbox One kind of has that now. They have Cortana.
Oh yeah, that's right. Like all of the Windows stuff.
Yeah.
Cortana happening.
Yeah, even the damn laptops have Cortana now. It used to just be like you just talk to the Xbox and that was fine. Now they've made it like Halo themed, which I have no problem with, but I'm sure like some consumers don't play Halo.
I don't
like
get it.
they use an Xbox for like DVDs and they go, why does it say Cortana? That's a stupid fucking name.
I love Halo. I've played up to 3 and then I just got over it.
That's fine.
But yes,
4 and 5
practice.
are not great.
Oh right. Is Cortana real now?
It's
still
very
AI
confusing.
of sorts? Yeah.
She's like AI given given physical form. It's very confusing. Like, Halo 1, 2, and 3, I can kind of understand.
Yep.
My friend is a massive Halo fan. Like, he's not a fan of anything as much as he's a fan of Halo.
Oh, wow.
And even he's like, with 5, he's like, I have no idea what's happening. Like, he doesn't even understand. It's not like... he understands it all. He knows all the lore, but he doesn't like it.
I think that's a short side of these games. Like, Halo was obviously made as, let's just get an FPS game out there and it'll be great.
Yeah.
And then as soon as it was mad successful, they're like, let's give it a background and lore and try to tie that in.
There's a lot of lore in the first one. It's just like...
Oh, right.
It's not... Like, they clearly
didn't flesh it out.
They didn't intend to make another one. But then it was the big launch title. They're like, fuck, we're going to make another one now.
Originally for Mac.
Really?
Originally developed for Mac, yeah. And it was even shown at an iMac release.
That's really weird considering, like, the Xbox is a Microsoft product.
Yeah. You'd have to Google it and look up. So it was fascinating. Made for Mac, and then for some reason development went into hell, and Microsoft obviously saw potential and just went, well, Apple's not having this. But yeah, there you go. Tidbit and trivia.
Well, there you go. Tidbit trivia with Matt. Alright, is there any plugs you want to do before we finish off?
Oh yeah, come across the... Actually, I'm going to put this in stone right now. We're going to be doing D&D on our channel Foreplay with the lovely Lachlan and Mat from Pathetic Industries.
I'll be DMing. I just waved to nothing.
I liked it.
I was like, hey!
I accepted that as my like.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, please come across. Crafty Heroes is well underway. I'm sorry for the delay, but it's coming along well. Again, you'll see the lovely Lachlan Winks and a host of other delightful people soon.
Yeah, sounds good. So what's the channel again?
Mine?
Yeah, what's the channel?
I've plugged it 5 times. Foreplay, go there. Foreplay.
Funny.
You know what, right now,
Foreplay.
What you want to do is just go straight up to the URL bar and just fuck off the / Pathetic Industries and just go Foreplay Oz and then Mickey Mouse, Peach King.
Done.
But
Easy.
like and subscribe here first.
Nah, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah. Check out the other content if you want. Check out Matt, definitely. And yeah, you talk too much. It's not stopping.